Well, we are live. Good evening. Welcome to. Anyway, good evening. We are live. This is IAMOS with your usual flavor. The pain of losing, the power of content creation. Yes, indeed. Today I come with some reflection. I can say a bit deep analysis of content creation. You have seen the cover of this life. We saw the pig and saw Ginto. What is the parallel here? What we come from? When today I have notes, I have written, I've been spending a couple of days writing down. First of all, let's break this down into key elements, very important for this analysis. I know is zero people watching, may you be coming watching later, that will appreciate. The first thing I want to reflect on in this analysis, the pain of losing between Ginto and the pig, Ivan talks, is the phenomenon or a villain. This There is two things here when you talk about content creation in Africa, in particular, in this contest of Nyambwas. Welcome, and the person that is just joining us is just one person. Thank you for being here and watching this reflection. I hope people will join later. So let me break down these as I was explaining. Let's break down these into key elements that I consider very important. It is a phenomenon or is a villain. The idea of content creation being either a phenomenon or a villain is a common duality in the world of online influencers. IMR could be seen as a phenomenon for his abilities to command attentions. Remember this. These have been analyzed, I've been looking to with detail. Today, I'm reading from my notes. I went in detail to see why this pain of losing, really what happened in Washington, and why the phenomenon in Washington now translates in number ones, but in number ones as a reflect in a very wide picture, and people are going to be made like cows. Well, uh, Ayamara could be seen as a phenomenon, to be honest with you, for his ability to command attention, create buzz, and shape narratives around his lifestyle. Remember, this is one of the words on my research I've been looking to. Is a very key word that Ayamara use. Attract his viewers, attract his audience, lifestyle, travels, and interaction that he have, like the interaction is having right now in Argentina, not only with Mr. Luis. Mr. Luis has captured 70% of people's imagination attention. Even Mr. Luis has realized there is people out there enjoying what he's doing. But also, he never had that son-in-law like Ayamara. Well, this kind of influence, especially who combines global. When I'm talking about this kind of influence that combines global, I'm talking about when Ayamara was in Japan, when Ayamara was in Washington, and then back to Kenya. Is that thing very well localized in number one's village? Elements play on both the exotic and the relatable aspect of content creation. Well, but seems visibility can make a creator be polarized. And there is this phenomenon. Anyway, welcome to IMOS. Today I'm gonna just break this analysis in a way that I have written. These I have spent 2 weeks investigate. My point one will be IMR is a phenomenon or a villain. This is one of the point ones. And then my point two will be concerning the influences and the chaos. How influences, the way they create influence can often describe as driving others crazy. This is what is you are seeing here going crazy. You saw in Washington problem where people went crazy, particularly the pig. And then number three, when things are going out of context, the reactions, the reactors, they're taking things out of context, how dangerous this thing becomes. My number four, the content creation as grievance ground for losers. Remember, this is very important here, how we've been seeing this content creation become a ground of grievance. If you ever watch one of the Ginto's video, when Passy is talking, you see Passy have grievances. Passy. One of these ladies that the husband died, she has some grievances, and she's not able to express those grievances because of her own mistakes or her own lies, and then they come a ground of losers. Number five, the story from Washington to Nyambuanzi. How that story was happening in Washington some years or some few months back as translated to Nyambuanzi, but in Nyambuanzi is translated in a different manner. In Nyambuanzi is different with the pig. The lifestyle of the pig, you have a job, you have an income, you have luxuries. What in Nyambuanzi is that dependent. This is very critical important. And then, and the last, YouTube mad cows on the zoo, how the mad cows are struggling the zoo. What is the zoo? Huh? You might be thinking, hey, Ayamos, you're too crazy, man. You're going off the lines. No. Nyambuanzi became a zoo land, a Zululand. So where so many animals and then they can't interact between themselves, even they get confused. We have a case of Mini Howie. You might be asking, even myself, I ask, how did Mini Howie got lost? What was the plot behind the Mini Howie? And how Mini Howie is trying to change the narrative. That was good. That is good that Ayamaro say you're fired. Because I think personally, this is my personal view, it's nothing to do with the analysis I done, the studies based on the strategies and how you look into how things work. This is me personal thinking from my mind. Ayamarwa was trying to break away from Mini Howie to tell Mini Howie, go, hunt, and make it. Only now she's realizing that message. Maybe she might be regretting. Anyway, was a choice or was a mistake. But where's the positive side of say you're fired? The positive side is to disassociate those people, those peers that our two men depend on the one number of the equation. Thank you for its general. I do admire your content. Afternoon, watching from Canada. Yeah, indeed. I like a lot of content. I have been following you and I really, but brother, one life, peace. You are here. So let me tell you guys, general, will be a pleasure. You can join me in this discussion. Give you a link. Just give me a second. I'm trying to get here. I put a link in my comments earlier. If anybody want to join this conversation, are welcome to analyze with me. Join me in this conversation, please, by click on this link. Just let me put there. So anybody want to join the conversation and make some rational analysis on this debate? I think this is the most interesting thing I ever create as a content creation, this debate. So if you are that side there, please join me in this conversation. Click in that link. Let's come. So I have laid down 6 points. I'm going to repeat my 6 points. So of my discussion today, if you don't mind. My first one is about Ayamaro. Is a phenomenon or is a villain? That's point one. Let you guys understood this. My point two, influence and chaos. Point three, out of context reaction. That they have to do with those reactors that are always bombarding. How the out of context comes. Many of you don't understand why. And the number four is the content creation as a grievance ground for the losers. This is critical. These have to do with Marx's and so what out there. The story from Washington to Nyambwans, that is my fifth point. And last of all, YouTube made cows in the zoo. That is the village. How they made cows in the zoo, in the village, they're struggling. So, well, thank you for all the here, 16 people, for coming. Please join me. Click on that link. Come, let's discuss. Let's be. Hello, everybody. Listen mode. Thank you. I appreciate for being here. All right, let me start with my debate. Today, I have to read my notes. I am most of the time doesn't read notes, but this time I came with my notes. Okay, point to number one. The idea of a content creator, that is what is quite interesting. When you become a content creator, is be either a phenomenon or a villain. Guatemala is a phenomenon. Mrs. Trude is a phenomenon. Taiwan is a phenomenon. And others out there. There are many others out there. But this particular one from East Africa called Ayamara is a duality, is a common duality in the world of online influences. He is, and people they don't see, and people they don't understand. That's why we are always going to say it is a scammer, it is a toilet stinker, because he doesn't know the trick of Ayamara. Ayamara is not only in YouTube, he's on Instagram and other platforms around the world. So it makes him a phenomenon. Believe me or not, how does he interact? Ayamara knows to interact people, the different stages of life, older, young, or even kids. You have seen Ayamara walk in the street and give a kid money, take this money and go to school. That shows you that Ayamara ability. But Ayamara could be seen as a phenomenon for his ability to command attention. That is a key, a very interesting key. He can command attention. Look what's happened right now in Argentina. Look how Ayamara talks to the people around him, how the relation with Rocio became so communicative. You know, how they interact, how they communicate each other. Even Ayamara has stepped down his tune to accommodate things he can't even understand, to figure out, and then is managed. This is a positive thing. But create a buzz and a shape narrative around this lifestyle, travel, interaction. Listen to this, how clever this guy is. This guy is so clever, because it's human, it's natural, it's inside him. It's not something you sit and say, I'm going to do A, B, C, D, or planning. No, Ayamara does not have that. And that is what the losers, the pain of the losers comes. The pain of the losers is how this guy over suddenly can produce, can be a producer of something, can be a content creator, a musician, a poetry, he can do nothing. But this kind of influence is special. One who combine global things, problems of Washington, Kenya, local, Nyambwanzi village elements play with both exotic and relatable aspects of content creation. Ayamaro has realized how content is being interpreted by the viewers. When he was in Washington, the way you act in Washington, if you remember, he was very careful. He knew that was not his ground. He knew anything can go wrong anytime. And to avoid everything go wrong, is God just let be what it is. Let me be where I am until I survive this and get what I want and leave it. That is one aspect where he realized where the positivity, where the negativity. By going to Mr. Mutua's house or Mr. Mutua, this is one thing many people they can't understand here. How Mr. Mutua is important, is a pivotal on the life of Ayamara as a content creator. Mr. Mutua gave Ayamara a space nobody out there could give him. Mr. Mutua understood this is a man on the mission. And this is a man is not come to my space to steal my wife, to steal my family. No, is a man that do content for people entertain. So why I can't help him, give him an hand? And that Mr. Mutua was right. But this is where things are getting beat, where people they don't understand if it's a phenomenon or it's a villain, whatever is Ayamaro. The same visibility can make a content creator polarizing. The more influence they have, the more room there is for critics. I don't know if you guys understood. More influence they have, there is room for the critics. Today I'm reading my notes. This took me time. I studied this very well, step by step, to understand and figure out what was wrong here, why the pain of losing and the power of content creation. People, humankind, especially Nyambuans, in Kenya, in Nigeria, in Ghana, Africans, not Europeans, Africans, and in a community, very small community in the United States of America, especially the Black African community, the Black African Caribbeans, and the Latins. You might say, why this guy talk about the Latins? Yes, indeed, I live in those communities. There is a lot of misinterpretation. Lot. You know, envy is a problem. Jealousy is a problem in a society. But where these things come, when you don't see what's in front of you, or you don't see what's behind the paint, what's in the television, what people say, what the people they don't say, this is a problem. And this is a problem for content creators. There are people, those who agree with how they portray themselves. That is one the issue with Ayamar, how he portrays, or other portrays. We talk about the pig, how the pig portrayed. You might be asking me, why you don't talk about the other guy? The other guy was not portraying, was to be real. This is no need bring his name here. There's no need. He was true, he was really. He's in his own life. We don't need. He have fun, he have time. When it was necessary, he was in the picture. and made his duties. But some see such influences as villains because they might come across as manipulative. Indeed, this is true. I can say that with a full mouth. Some are manipulative. Look, this content creator, Mr. He does a lot of things. He went to Ghana and Africa and opened whatever water, he build a house. Those content creators are manipulative. People, they come in only with the positivity, no negativity, like Guatemala. This is for first time. I'm just telling you, Guatemala is a content creator, is a manipulator, is a swinger. Is not like Mrs. Trudy, his wife. But latest, Mrs. Trudy has realized she have to step out of the box and manipulate. That was the crisis we saw people talking about. Their wedding, their marriage, their crisis, they're moving to Ghana, this and that. That manipulate people. What happened here with Ayamara is not manipulator. Why? This is what you find out yourself. Remember back, if you have watched Ayamara for a while, when his views, they used to be maybe 20 or 40 or 15 or even 0 people watching. Look how he acts to the cameras and how he have adapted himself to the cameras, how he has identified himself with the viewers, how he personalized himself, how he told about himself, his own disability, his own deficiencies, his own adventures, his own limitations. So here is not manipulated. Where Ayamara manipulates people, indeed, it does manipulate people. But how? You might be saying, freaking, this guy is crazy. Why? He's taking all the juice, all the things, all the lacrime from. No, hold on, relax. Just go get some water, get some popcorn, come back here. Okay? Thank you. This is Ayamos. 33 people watching. I much appreciate for everybody. Join the channel. If you're new, even you've been subscribing here, I really indeed I pay respect and admiration for you keeping your subscription in my channel. Anyway, I hope you have grabbed a cup of tea, a cup of glass of water, something. Today things are getting here, spice. Well, IMR indeed does manipulate. Ginto might be celebrate. Yeah. Stupid of you. You don't need me. What Ayamara does. Ayamara does a big favor to this corporation called YouTube by convince people this platform can make you rich, can make you famous, and can make you worldwide known. Why? His success is 24/7 in your hands. I'll give you an example. I asked myself when I was reading these notes here, I was asking myself, somebody live in Malawi, I know the person, I'll tell you about. Why that person in Africa, in Malawi, send money all across the globe to Argentina as a gift and recognition and merit to his mother-in-law? Well, how people in the United States, they give this money. We saw him giving to the father and the mother-in-law Well, is what you don't understand. These people have benefit to such degree for everything that Ayamara has done, emotional or some way, self-education, or even fulfill their own personal needs. They could not have it for many years. And that, when we see these people do that, like the gentleman from Malawi and his wife, because Ayamara opened a door that many people could not figure out and understand where Malawi is, where Lilongwe is, where Muzuzu is, and the beauty behind and the grace of professionalism. And how? Look the specs that Ayamara used. We saw those specs was donated in New York by a couple. They used to be demon moderators. Ayamara slowly has walked away from those specs. He used sometimes different lights, but the glasses he got to Malawi changed the game. And that is that video, that trip he done, the Africa journey, is the reflection of the gifts came from Malawi. The trip he done in America is that the reflection of those gifts come from America. Those are not scamming like Ginto puts. No. Those are people, humans. They do understand very well others, people surviving, manners. People behind the cameras, they have needs, but they carry on with their lives what God gives to them. And those who have access, they put their hands out and help. This is what happened here. So, some of the such influencers as villains because they might come across as manipulatives, self-serving, fostering realities that fuel divisions instead unity. This is what we see here in this phenomenon of villain. But what is the problem here? Is the influence and the chaos. The influence and the chaos they create. And this is what Mugezi never understood something very interesting. This is what Ernest, this is what Max Zero, Masubu One, even the father, the man say is the father of Ayamaro, does not understand his past mistake and present. He doesn't even, because this platform is so intrigued and the power of doing content make you intuitive, make you think, if that one make it, I'll make it. Remember the story of Nasto. This is a good example. Nasto and Maja story, how they explain themselves. And look the splitting between Nasto and Maja. And look the path that Maja KE has taken. How content made Maja a different human, more stronger, more capable. The villager grandpa, how they realize this is not only everything in my life. Maja could have a wife today. But the power of content creation change everything. The influence and the chaos, create the chaos that we see Mayugun going left, right, center, up and down, lost the direction of the wind. So the way content create influence can be often described, listen to this, as a driving others crazy because of their opinions, actions, or even lifestyle can spark strong emotional reactions. There he comes back, what we are watching. Nairobi bananas. You call him Nairobi chicha. I call him Nairobi bananas because it is a banana. Especially when it's peeled, it loses the shape. So, because of their opinions, their actions, or even lifestyles spark these strong emotional reactions, content that isn't just entertain but also opinionate can lead to people feel deep connected. Those 550,000 subscribers that Ayamaro have are people that are deeply connected. Are deeply connected. You can do anything you want. These people, they've been under water, above water, hurricanes, everything. They've seen everything. These are not people, just they're there for the God's sake of making numbers. No, these are people understand what they're watching. Even they themselves, they feel part what Ayamaro called the telenovela. But for others, is a reality show, as Rocio put it. Be in the life of Ayamaro, you are in a reality show. You are seeing reality. You are not see fake stuff. You don't see people hide in the forests. You don't see these titles saying stinks like a toilet. You don't see people being pushing boundaries, emotional boundaries to lie. You see people not given chances to think for then to say. You see people talking, playing. So what we got here in then influence and chaos. Well, content is something very strange, but can lead to people deep feelings and people disconnect or deep upset. When the stakes feeling higher, say a person, cultural representation, or national pride, the reactions tend to be more exaggerated. Yes, that way they come, these people, these ladies, these gogos, these desperate people that you watch reacting 24/7. They can react anything. Why? Well, there is stakes and high feelings. Especially Carol. Carol is deep hurt. I could not figure out in the beginning. This woman is hurted. How this guy, how this person can have so much, can make it so much, can do it so much, can be supported. Even I try to cut his legs with the machete. He's still keeping walking. And every time he walks better. Yes, the reactions tend to be more exaggerated for no reason. They become like a news gossip. That is what all these reactors from West Africa are. If you are the Nigerian Hollywood staff, you will understand word by word. Most recently, I've been watching a lady called Kenzel Babe is building something in Ghana. What I've been watching there is this woman leave America, come to Ghana, and start a new life. And the misrepresentation of the relationship between her and the young Ghanaians make the things curious. What's going on here? Why this guy is already there? What is the relation here? And this is what reactors like. Who are the reactors? Reactors are fake people. In our families, in our society, we have people fake. People, they can't walk in the streets because they see everything wrong. They see even themselves in dangers. For example, the African diaspora sometimes feel torn between represent the heritage, embrace global narrative. You go, you go to Brixton, here in the United Kingdom. You go to Portugal, in Lisbon. You see that. You go where? In Bronx, in Washington. In Sao Paulo, in Rio de Janeiro. Even in Argentina, where Zayamaro is. Anyway, not far away, in Johannesburg. In Soweto. We sometimes, we have this thing, my values. Hey, brother, I have to buy my Mercedes to take it to Nigeria. You can't go back to Nigeria with that Mercedes. They're going to ask you, you've been so many years abroad, what you've been doing. Prove me. You see, this kind of mentality. And that is a dangerous mentality. When you lose your pain, is so deep in content creation. The power of doing this, what I'm doing right now, is so strong, so great. It's like a spiritual. And many people, they don't realize when you do content creation and you lose, like Gintu lost, like Mogezi, they don't realize what is beyond. They don't. They only see is a funnel. That what is inside that funnel is what is all about in life. Anyway, let's go to point 3 to more be quicker and interesting. Out of context reactions. And this is where the pain starts in Washington with the pig. React out of the context. Take the context and manipulate it and misdisplace the reality in the facts. And this is one of the things, one of the biggest failures of many content creators that they went to the party at Nyambo once. Because they saw Hayamaro in Washington have this problem. They saw life, reality with Ivan. And Ivan gone bananas, lose the control of the facts, and been told the truth plain and clear like water through cameras that fly inside his house. They say, against facts, there is no, against facts, there is no argument. This is why he lost this battle. this desperation of be famous, this grievance of his mind. So these Nyambwan's boys, they thought they can do better. And better, translating something. In the world where online discussions can go viral, it is easier for content to be taken out of context. This is the truth. This is the truth of the matter. Coco Mama, whatever, what is there is when a discussion, most of the discussion, even IMRs, at the time he could not understood what was going on with him. But now he might have realized after he spoke to Mr. Cecil, I like the conversation. It was like father and son, where Mr. Cecil had a straightforward talk. And Ayamara was like on the defensive, was like the other side say, no, because of that, because of this, like a young boy. But after that conversation, you realize the tune of Ayamara is different. Yes, clips, quotes, they get reversed and then often without nonsense, leading to misinterpretations. This is all about I am Carol. This is all about the pig, Nairo bananas. Remember these people. Even that plumber, how the plumber lost himself. A man had something to offer. A man could roll and go so far with his dream. By misinterpret and must be misled, we're there. So, out of context reactions, it is dangerous. A simple comment can blow up into a huge debate. And this is what you've been watching here. A simple debate on idea or something, especially when Ayamara ideas, Ayamara thoughts. Remember when he was talking about this thing to be have two wives, how people start to get crazy, opinionate. That wasn't a strategy. That was content. That was not reality. That was not a fact. And that blew a huge debate. And those things accumulate with the times. People are taking this as a cumulative action. This is the difference between content creation in East Africa and West Africa. When you look the quality of the content creation in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Senegal, in Gambia, in Angola, you see huge gaps. Even some people ask themselves, what is interesting now to watch? Is a lifestyle or nonsense like the one going on in the village of Nyambwans? Well, the nonsense of Nyambwans is not bigger. What you think, people thought. No. It's a very localized and is none redundant, none. I can tell you numbers. You're gonna be, I thought was big, none. Out of context, make viewers walk away and look for something else. There is a vlog in Dubai called More Vloggers. If you watch them, you're gonna ask yourself how these guys manage to have so many followers. Talk about cars, people, money, because his narrative is unique. that how they grow so fast. They get those millions. That is what made Guatemala success. But the pyramid of success is not defined by the parameters of numbers. This is what we sometimes alluded. I can talk about Microsoft, Bill Gates. It cost him a divorce. So here we have a pyramid with Ayamaro, a very interesting. We have success, and then we have reality, and then we have checks. There is 3 points very interesting here with this African content creator. But anyway, let's move and carry on. The fact that some people lack into content with extreme interpretations, either praising it to heaven or condemn it to hell, depend on the personal views. People have a lot of views. People, they will react to anything. People will call me old man, stupid. If something I say they don't like, they don't want to listen, they don't care, they will penalize me. They will condemn me. This is the truth of the matter. The out of context reactions, most of the time, are very unpleasant and very painful. This is the pain. This is the pain that Ginto aims. Ginto want to take out of the context 8 years of hard work, 8 years of everything from Ayamaro, but is beating the wind. Is beating the drums of war. Does not exist. It does not have legs and arms to fight. And this is the cost he have to pay his reputation. Because the question here is what they're doing, what they aim. They thought by fighting those small soldiers, those small people around that network of Ayamaro, they could distract their audience. But the audience, they never got distracted. Either they use them and abuse them. That's what's happening number ones. We have an example. Look, Uncle Jamaica Uncle, what he do is enjoy his life, is enjoy himself, has disconnect himself from the nonsense. He's grateful for the friendship he have with Ayamaro. He knows his house in Africa is Villa Medellin. He knows he can go anywhere. All the friends of Ayamaro anywhere around the world, they will receive him as equal. Mr. Cecil flew all the way to the United States. To where? To Villa Medellin. How did he felt? How did he enjoy it? To be received. But the misinterpretation of few individuals blow out the contest everything because they didn't see the king, the lion king of Nyamboans. They thought he has a chance. Let's take this thing out of proportions and drive this man crazy and get what we deserve. And there is where Ginto didn't realize it was all over for him. You can ask yourself, what the heck is going on with the Ginto? It is all about content creation grievances, the ground for losers. This is point number 4. The content creation as a grievance ground for losers. This could reflect the frustration of those who feel they left behind in this digital era. That is Ginto. this digital age, content creators like Ayamara, with their access to global platforms like YouTube, became symbol of success for some, while for others they might represent everything that wrong with the society. I'm not gonna even explain it to you because you can judge. I'm gonna read this because these are my notes. This content could reflect the frustration of those who feel left behind in the digital age. Many Inyambwans have been left behind after the party. They didn't follow up the trends, the growth. Content creators like Ayamarwa, they have access to the global platforms. Ayamarwa have access to the global platform. Like YouTube, this is one the truth. Instagram, it says it's not only YouTube, Instagram. You know, they become a symbol of success for some. There's a lady in Japan, very successful, but very successful. Irene once, when this lady came, 100Ks viewer, Irene came and said, hey, look at this. It's a product of Ayamara, and celebrated. And she's big in South America. It's from Japan. This is where the things you start say, but what's going on with the Kenyans? They're beggars. That's what the Kenyans are. Sorry to say that. It's the harsh reality of begging. Get used to beg. It's not like Lennox. Lennox is out there fighting. Huh? Lynette KE, they're fighting and make difference. And make bigger. And all those they came, shouts, this and that, give me a shout, give me a shout, give me a shout. Where they are. They're dead, buried. So, yes. So Ayamara with the access to global platforms like YouTube became successful for some, while others, they might represent everything what is wrong in modern society. This is so superficial. It's a self-centered and profit-driven mentality. This is normal in society. These are things happen. But the losers. Here is the problem. Fella the boys and others they can't see. And the question is, why David does not feel that? Why Dim Wango does not feel that? How the success of Congrat moms, a lady, a mother, how? Well, there is the losers. In this case, to the losers, I'm going to read you my notes. And the losers in this case might be those who feel disconnect from this world of online fame. This is what we are watching every day. Even Mike Ventures, Pablo Case, Miniawi, Claudia Joseph, except Diana Kim, Burundi Travel. These are exceptions. We are watching there a story unfold. A very, very interesting story of a woman and a man. A man has been grown up traumatized because of war. A man became a man, a young boy that became a man against all the odds. And a man that's go around the world, share his experience, his reality. And see this woman graduate from university with no future, nothing, accept to go live with the people that's not from nowhere and adapt a life to a different level. and become a success. And there is where Ginto does not understand. He had the opportunity to be successful. And because of losing, is where Mugezi, because of stupidity, they try to punish others, damage others. We are human. We make mistakes. We are young. We are fool. I done my mistakes. You done your mistakes. But these people, what they done? They saw, oh, because we cannot share no longer that cake, because Ville Medellin is worth millions and thousands. Villa Medellin is a kingdom. In Villa Medellin, there is a lot of things people they're desperate to get on their hands on. And lose that access to Villa Medellin and see others humble, simple, be success. What they done? They went to destroy them. They will recover. This is content creation. They will recover and they will do better. Much better. They will tell the stories. They will remind themselves what happened to them and the way they are them. Believe me, look to Sylvia Bichanga is an example of a YouTuber. An expert in Kenya. How an expert in Kenya has made others, has influenced others to change their lifestyle and become part of the society. It's not only Sylvia Bichanga. There is an American lady married to a local Kenya. The mother now came to Kenya. These are the real thing. These are real deals, people. This is the truth of the matter. But let me move on. So the grievances of these guys with the pain of losing, the grievances can manifestate as resentment toward influencers who seem to have it whole. This is simple. This is what you are watching every day from Ginto. You can see his face expression. You can see even Mogesi when he dances, when he sings. These three Mokeste, whatever they call themselves, Masubuwani, Ernest, all these people is what you see. Is a resentment they have towards the influencer who seems have it all. And I am Marrak's war. A man be in Argentina with his wife, his family, have fun. And somebody goes to his house, even make him a road. It's not good. He have war. People come to his own house, his village, bring things and give away. He's not there. Even leave things for him. Say, this is for Barbara. What else you expect? And this is what we are watching from. This we watch in Washington with the pig. You want to have whole, you could not have. That you went on to Priya, you went on to any other woman's. Where they are. The man himself is in Argentina. Buena vida. Having good and fun. Look, they arrived, they've transformed the studio. Look that studio. Wow, we used to look. Wait soon. Wow, you're gonna look the decoration outside. How he has transformed the confidence of Rocio. How Rocio make a parent see the relationship with the black man is not what they watch on TV. There is a paradox. What TV say. See the people, the family, what the family are telling the people. Look at them when they walk in a shop. The power of buying. When they walk in the street and people look them, they see the power of love. They see more than that. While these gintos, they're so resented. They have this resentment. Their wife is this, big nose, this, that. Doesn't care. My wife is short like that. I still love her. It's my life. For you, it'll be a joke. But for me, it's my wife. You see my kids, you're going to get scary. You're going to say, wow, these look like Arab. These look like Caribbean. These look like an African. But are my kids. I'm proud, Father. I don't care what you say, what you don't have to say. But if you touch them, you have a big problem with me. You hurt them, you have a big problem. And that is all about Hayamara. Make difference with words. So, the grievance can manifestate as resentment toward influencers who seem to have all. Whatever or not that, the reality behind cameras is something different. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ayamos. Thank you for being here watching 85 people. The reality behind cameras is a world apart that you don't see it. And this is what Ginto, what Max Swan, and many others out there, Mama Annie, and so forth, they don't show you. And this is what you miss, and this is what you don't understand when you read the content titles, is when you get confused, when you get misfed with information. And misfed information is one of the tricks that the Nyambuan's boys learn. Make money. The Nyambuan's boys learn begging. And the Nyambuan's boys realize lie have a future in Nyambuan's. And lies, thank you, Bell do North. Thank you for the $50. Thank much. I much appreciate it. I appreciate the brother. And that is where the problem is. These people, they are not driving by themselves. They are driving by patronage. There is many people that don't understand Mike Ventures. Mike Ventures can be conflictive, but is a character, a business mind oriented person that makes difference in the village, that realize where his interests are and how to play. When Naira Banana went there to try to be the peacemaker, he didn't realize he was dealing with a wild elephant that can beat the bush in any way, form, or shape. A man that has put a line, a straight line. You play or you don't play. If you play, play right. And sometimes people get confused with Mike Ventures. I call him the mic of the microphone because sometimes talks, sometimes does not talk. It's the same with those number one's podcast people. Sometimes we realize them. We say, oh God, they've done a good job. Oh God, yes, indeed, they're doing a very good job. But they're not realizing that job need be in the context of reality. In that context of reality is the price that Miniao is paying. I am Paris knows I can't cross a line. I have to be truly me and represented. True or lie, the line here is defined. Are you on the left or are you on the right? This is what many people disappear from the village doing content. They realize this is no life, this is no future. Don't surprise sinners to disappear. Don't surprise Major KE come back. Don't surprise Bokers and others. Don't. Because these people, they know what's going on. So the reality behind the cameras is ugly. Sometimes so deep, sad. And then when it's described here, like that woman called Patsy, she made a mistake of her lifetime. And she will regret forever what she done that video with Ginto, because that video has nailed the future of her kids. Who will put money and somebody cannot be sober to talk, have to drink and make look like is a tough woman. A woman that yesterday Ayamara gave her money to open a business and she fed the drunkards. Second opportunity, she could not even stand the ground. Third opportunity, Mr. Cecil, and she want me herself, the queen of talk shows. There is a price to pay. And that price is the story from Nyambuwanzi to Washington. Point number 5. The journey from a place like Washington to a small village in Kenya embody the tensions between the globals and the locals. Do you agree with me or you disagree? This is IMOS. There's a link. Why you don't join me and talk and give your point of view? Please, guys, come. General, join me. Please. Thank you, Esther Alice, to be here. Thank you. Belle du North, thank you for the $50. I much appreciate. That will be invest in the channel. I'll let you know how I'll invest in the channel. And Travel and Foodies, thank you to be here. And that Passy, I don't think her kids will ever forgive her. Indeed, Esther, Alice, you are right. You nail it. You nail it. The kids one day they will turn around and tell her why. A woman could not build a house yesterday and today is build a house. Look at that other lady, Ernest's sister. This is something we have to look back. But anyway, watching from Jamaica, Oud to Bond. Thank you very much for being here. Really, I appreciate for you guys. But let's move to point number 5, and then our last point is going to be number 6. Just 1 hour. Let me wrap this quick as possible I can. Okay, the story from Washington to Nyambuwanzi. These are my thoughts. These are my notes are here. I read these. 2 weeks took me to write these, guys. So let me read it to you. The journey from a place like Washington to a small village in Kenya embodies tensions, the global and locals. IMR influence could be magnified by the extra positions, the image of prosperous, world of traveling, individuals who can still connect to his African roots. For some, this is a celebration of diversity and success. That is where comes Mr. Cecil. This is where comes Uncle Jamaica. This way come so many people. Many people. This is a problem that the village tea, cooking tea, could not understood when she was there in the village. She had an occasion where she saw this opportunity of people, of men. Instead, She knew Ayamaro does not have eyes on her, but was another people there. I'm not to mention names. They had eyes on her. People with willingness to join and make her happy and move on forward in life. But stupidity make her so dubious, even she could not see the north, the south, the east, or the west. She thought Rossi was just fly by night, and an opportunity could raise one day. It never came. When she went for that world of prosperity, world traveling is what you hear complaining. He never gave me this, he never gave me that, he never gave me this. Why? Well, for some, this is a celebration of diversity and success. For others, it is feeling like an exploitation of authenticity, a selling out of the heritage for likes and views. And that is what T taught, but never realized. That where people think these likes and views are more powerful and strong, but in reality, begging for like and views, share, subscribe is hard work to do. A very hard work. Even to see most recently, I am Arad say, like, share, views. Please subscribe. It's painful for something like him. Build a channel for 8 years on the road. Come home and rest 3-4 weeks, build 2-3 walls and go again on the road. That's what this Ginto comes call him a scammer, but Ginto does not understand. Ginto, if was clever, he could sit because he have enough time. It's not like us. We have to work, we have to go sleep. Tomorrow we have people where we work and to pay our bills. He could sit and look and analyze Mara growth and numbers and realize per thousand how much people in abroad per thousand. This is what the truth of the matter here. Per thousand, IMR gets £5.74 something per thousand viewers. So you make your own analysis. What makes IMR stronger and bigger is not only YouTube, it's the network, it's the global, the support that people provide to him. That is the truth of the matter. You believe it or not, is the image, how he commercialize Ayamara sells people image and the impact of each person that Ayamara meets for certain business. It goes out. I'll give you an example. I read something in a Mexican magazine was talking about Ayamaro. Ayamaro went to this small restaurant. They sell water, natural things in Mexico. Because of his video, most of the Jamaicans went to Mexico. They visit that village. Even tourists from Greece, Italy, they went to that village, and the reference was a video of Ayamaro. So look at that, the rewards of that. And that are the rewards that Lennox is having, that Lynette K is having. Believe me, one of the videos of Lennox going to Zanzibar, that video has sent the shock waves on the younger fellas, travelers around the world. made an impact. And people start flocking in, flocking in, flocking in. There is a guy in Zambia, and when IMR was going down to deep south, the guy who go pick up cars from Zanzibar, no, from Tanzania to Zambia. How his channel and his clients grow. The man of the glass shop, how his impact, not only the glass shop, also the business, the A&B business that Hayamaras visit in Malawi, the impact brought to those people. How these people become grateful. And that is the reason Hayamara doesn't walk alone. This is what these people, Gintu is feeling the pain of Nyamatoma not be there every day. Gintu is feeling the pain to be the main feature, the main character. They've been seen and heard. That's what Gintu is feeling. And that is the same as the pig felt. The pig thought he could take everything away, strip Ayamara from everything, from his credit. And these people, they fail in empty dreams. So, this journey is a very complicated journey. Nyambwans be a specific, almost mythical reference. To be honest, it looked like a mythical reference. Nyambwans seems to symbolize the deeper, unfiltered part of a life that may be lost in pursuit of digital fame. You see, the digital fame is what the virus in Nyambo wants. It's not Alex. Alex was a disease, a social disease, an element that failed by himself, but the ambiguities of all not understand loyalty. This was the problem of Alex. So, these unfiltered parts of a life that may be lost in pursuit of digital fame, we saw Fellow the Boy. That is an example. We saw Max One. We saw a couple of them. Masubu was like, I'm the king, I'm the king, I'm the king. Brrr. We have another dog barking. The three orchestra. Yeah, they're doing very well, indeed. But how long they're gonna last? Yes, if IMR content involved those two worlds, the high-speed digital one and the rural, and that is a fact. This is IMR. IMR is a speed. It's like a light. You wake up in the morning, you see a digital life involving builders, these cars, that dreams, ideas, and this. And then all of a sudden we see him with this rural, the rural mindset transforming this place in a worldwide city, the most famous city in the world. One day Nairobi may not be the capital of Kenya, Nyambwas might be coming. This is a dream, an elusive dream. His influence became a battleground, really, a very difficult battleground for Ayamara, differ the values in reality. This is one of the most difficult things these people, Percy's, Mayugnos, and so forth, Mr. Flay, all these vloggers around Ayamara, positive, negative, they have a problem. It's the influence to become people with the renown. So it's a battleground. And that king of traveler made a mistake himself, get involved. But it's not me to judge him. Because there is values, serious values. We see how many are struggling and they find herself after 10 years gap have another child, and now have to deal with this gap, have a man that is a traveler, does not have a fixed job, how to find a bottom line, a common ground to make a shift in her life. This is where the problem is: values and reality. The values and reality is a reflection in everybody across the board. And then I'm thanks to somebody say something was lead about. I read Maria. No, what is Mari Santiago, the phenomenon of two scammers together? Yeah, indeed. It was a lady. I think is the name Vilma David, the general big up self. Patrick Lonnie, welcome. Who started the begging in Kenya? Oh gosh. Was a comment here what really appreciated. Esther Alice, yes, was from Esther Alice. That Passy, I don't think her kids will ever forgive her. Indeed, this is quite a very interesting comment. It's something very strong, something that as a mother, as a woman, how you want your kids' life be better. Why you don't keep yourself to the rule of the game, even you liked or not? It is harder, very hard, when you don't have a man, you don't have husband, you come with the statements, and let's came here and charge a phone and then open my phone. You think you're fooling who? This is the battleground of Nyambwans. And Dimwang is doing very well avoiding these things. If you look to the Dimwang analysis, I have written an analysis about Dimwang, and then I'm going to read here in a few days. Let me close this today. His influence, the IMR influence becomes a battleground for different values and reality. That is a fact. So, ladies and gentlemen, my last point of my analysis for the day, after 1 hour, as I thought was going to be, YouTube made cows and how they struggle in the zoo of Nyambwans. This part seems to capture the chaotic nature of internet fame. YouTube made cows might represent the uncontrollable online mobs. So we have mobs here, and these Nyambwans content, and these Nyambwans, Nyambwans being a scent of mob critics or fans who can be louder and unpredictable. This is the dangerous that we see in Nyambwans, especially with Nyambwans podcast. The dangers of Nyambwans podcast be hijacked will lead to these mobs, will be a speaker and a very dangerous speaker. I don't know how Sentak and Paulo K until now, so far, they've ground the level, but not better. They could do much better. But I'm not the one gonna tell them how to do. It's them. It's up to them to face the challenge. So critics and fans became be louder and unpredictable, like heard. My English today is big. The zoo could be a metaphor for how discussions around such content can spiral into a large than life debate. This is what we are watching, this is what we are doing, this is what we are talking, this is what we analyze, often divorced for any real world ground. The zoo effect YouTube made cows and the struggle in the zoo. Huh? These can amplify small conflicts into global spectacles where nonsense conversation get lost in the noise. And this is what been we watching the last few days. This is. So, what is the conclusion? What is all about? What way we going? Please, if you're new, you know the routine. I'm gonna ask you. Let me read now my final thoughts. What I wrote. My final thoughts are these. My conclusion. And the end. The influences of content creator like Ayamara is a complex and multifaceted issue. They have the power of shape opinions. Yeah, it does. Connect the cultures, yeah, is shown in Argentina. Entertain millions. Those always I said to you, those figures of Ayamara does not reflect the truth. Ayamara have more than 2 million people. Because of negativity, those people they don't want to see their names there signed, but they have more. What Guadamaya thinks does he have? But that is for YouTube, is metrics, is anything, but it does. That is the success we are watching. Argentina is a success. Bottom couple, Ayabara and Rocio, are a success story of content creator right now in Argentina. The amount of local people focus, people waiting for content in South America, from Venezuela to the end of Argentina. Every single day, people they are waiting. People there. WW Ayamara Rocabrera. Not Africans. No. Nyambuans boys, yeah. Because Nyambuans they can't live without that hashtag. They see all that thing happening. These eyes, you see. Stupid. So, my final thoughts are these. They have the power to shape opinions. He have the power. Connect cultures, he does. Entertainment, but they also risk be misunderstood. In some occasions, I realize even when he communicates with the family and everything, sometimes he gets misunderstood and then he realizes he corrects. That is one of the great things of oh he asks Rocio and Rocio helps to carve the situation. But criticized or even be validated. There is a mystery. The grievance is ground for the losers. Part spark to the deep resentment some feeling for the face of success and the visibility. That seems unattainable of misleading with their values. Whatever a phenomenon or villain, the power remains undeniable to Ayamaro. You can't deny Ayamaro power. You can't deny Ayamaro credit. You can't. In this case, is very ambiguity around the influence make them even more fascinating. What we're gonna see after this life is something very fascinating. Is people they're gonna twist, people they're gonna go and try to milk the juice, and Ayamaro will make it that more interesting and more worth it to keep to follow his content. Good evening. Thank you for being here with me. And I hope you come next time, next week, trying to do my research on more other topic. Why not? Dimwango David, congrats, ma'am. Or a surprise individual or lady like Miniawi. Why you can talk about them? Please leave on the comments who you wish to hear my comment, my analysis next week, or what you want to look into. Thank you very much. This is Ayamos. Was an honor and pleasure to have you all here. Thank you very much for listen and watch. Please subscribe, share it, give a like, and what else? Download it and shoot it to everybody out there. Even copy. Me, I don't have problems with the rights, whatever. No, you can copy it, my content and make it work for you. Good evening. Bye bye.